So here are some things I need to tell you. You need to know at least the bare minimum of some music theory to actually know what I'm doing. And this is helpful because if you want to know how to play, say, a wonder wave pattern in B major, the basic theory will allow you to figure it out. So enough of the suffering, enough of the confusion, like, I don't know how this works. We're going to solve that today with figuring out the scales, whole steps and half steps, and how to form a chord. These are the essential things you need to know to just form the patterns. Let's dig into it. So you often hear me talk a lot about the 2x4 pattern or the simple basic building block of my style, right? How did I come to this? So this pattern, it's the root, the fifth, and then the root again. If I want to know how to do this in all 12 keys, I kind of have to know what is happening here under the hood. So I'm playing a root note, which implies that I'm in the key of C. And in order to figure out this note and the next note, I need to know the scale, more specifically the major scale of C. Now, for a major scale, it's a sequence of whole steps and half steps that is the same for every major scale. Let me repeat that. The same for every major scale. All right? So you want to know the sequence? It's this. For creating a major scale, it's a whole step plus a whole step plus a half step plus a whole step plus a whole step plus a whole step plus a half step. All right? Now, if you don't know what whole steps and half steps are, a half step is either a white note to a black note or a black note to a white note. The only times when that is different is when you go from B to C and E to F. It's a white note to a white note in these two places. That is a half step. So all the other times, it's going to be either a white note to a black note to a white note. A whole step is two half steps. So here's one half step, and here's another half step. And from this note to that note, that's a whole step. So for every major scale, the basic DNA pattern is this. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. What about for B major? Look, it's the same. B to C sharp, whole step. C sharp to D sharp, whole step. All right? D sharp to E, half step. E to F sharp, whole step. And then another whole step, a whole step and a half step. So B major, right? Hey, here's a tricky one. Whole step or a half step? Well, look here. E to F, remember, that's a half step. And then F to F sharp is a half step. So that's how we get the whole step. So this is the foundation for all major scales. So going back to this, all right? First, we need to figure out, the C major scale. We just went over that. Whole step, whole, half, whole, 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 half, right? So now that we know the notes in the C major scale, we start on the root note for the basic building block pattern. And then we need to play the fifth note in the major scale. So the fifth note in C major is go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, wow, that's G. And then go up to the root again, which is here. So the pinky and the thumb are always going to be playing the root note, which is also an octave. And then normally finger number 2 is going to be playing the fifth note in that major scale. What about B major? Easy. Oh, The pinky and the thumb is playing an octave, or both root notes. And it's finger number 2 is playing the 5th note in the B major scale. What's the 5th note? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, there's the 5th note. All right. And so now this brings us up to, how do I create the wonder wave pattern? And the wonder wave pattern is basically the simple building block pattern, but then we're crossing over with finger number 3 to hit the rest of the chord, right? If I took this note and then crossed over and hit these notes, look what it's making. It's making a simple C major triad. So how do we figure out triads? It's easy. There's a couple ways, but one way, just think about it here. So if we are in the key of C and I wanted you to play the wonder wave pattern, you would go like this. And I would say, next, play the 3rd note in the C major scale with finger number 3. All right, so the 3rd note in C major scale is 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's E. So my 3rd finger would play E. Now, next I would tell you to play the 5th note in the C major scale with the thumb. Okay, so I'm on here. What's the 5th note in C major scale? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's G. So here it is again. Playing the 3rd note in C major scale with finger number 3. And then playing the 5th note in C major scale with the thumb. That's it. All right? So we have the basic formula for figuring out notes. Okay, let's go to a tricky key. How about B major? Remember, we reviewed the scale. Okay, now let's play the basic building block pattern. Oh, here's the root. B. Oh, I play that with my thumb. Oh, now I need to play the 5th note in the B major scale with finger number 2. All right, let's count from the beginning of the B major scale to find the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Now, I need to cross over my thumb with finger number 3 and hit the 3rd note in the B major scale. Okay, so what is it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's D sharp. Okay, what is the last note now? Not really sure. Okay, we need to play the 5th note in the B major scale. Count from the root note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's F sharp. Check it out. And I just played the wonder wave pattern in B major. That's a lot of black notes on the page. All right. So as you could see, this is a very simple way to figure it out. So what we reviewed is, how do I figure out any major scale? The DNA, or the whole code for every major scale is whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. That's how you figure out the C major scale, and then ask yourself, what is the 1st note in the C major chord? What is the 3rd note? And what is the 5th note in the C major scale? That is like the minimum amount of knowledge you need to know to just get familiar with this style of playing. And once you know the whole step and half step sequence in the major scale, you're well on your way to knowing how to form all the patterns that I play. This is basically it. So that was a just quick interview, or a quick intro on the patterns. And if you're interested in how I'm playing these patterns and how to do them on your favorite song, I offer a wonderful free little course with the PDF you could get right when you sign up in the link in the description down below. So thanks again for tuning into this mini music theory tutorial. All right, I'll see you next time.